Why would you plan your Sweet 16 with Vanessa just to not invite her? I didn't want to lose her, even though I never really had her. Hey guys, wagwan, it's your girl Belle, and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a makeup story time video, so I'm gonna start yapping. We're gonna talk about my Sweet 16 fiasco. I was turning 16 mid-junior year. My birthday is in December, and I have dreamt of a Sweet 16 since like 4th grade. Like, I've always wanted a Sweet 16. I knew I wanted a pink limo. When I lived in New York, I knew it was gonna be a big like ballroom, or we were gonna get like an event room, whatever. But I quickly realized my problem once I moved to Houston, that I had no friends, and I had no problem making a list of girls that were gonna come, but always fell short on the boy side because I had no guy friends. I had like one guy friend, and we could not beat the allegations of being together for the longest. So yeah, and he used to like flirt with me uncontrollably. So not uncontrollably, but occasionally enough for me to feel like we weren't actually platonic friends. I mean, we were platonic friends, but then he'd always be like, I'd always with you though. And I was like, yeah. And just to preface, I moved to Texas like right before sophomore year. So almost a year, and I had like no guy friends. It was very weird. Like, people were already weird to begin with here. Like, I literally sometimes couldn't get conversation out of someone if I didn't say I was from New York. It was that bad. I'd be like, oh, how are you? Or, you know, make conversation. And they would be like, yeah, okay. And then when I'm like, oh, I'm from New York, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to see Times Square. And I'd be like, blink, blink, I'm from the Bronx. Okay. What the 2 and 2 got to do with me? Manhattan, for those who don't know. And then if you don't know, there are 5 boroughs of New York. I'm not doing this with y'all right now. So it became very clear to me that I was not gonna have a big Sweet 16, and that was like so upsetting. So I'm gonna be using code names. I'm literally only friends with 1 to 2 people from the story time, and I do want to do another story time from high school who has the same character, so we have to remember the names. So there's gonna be Vanessa, Ashanti, Adanna, and Hasani. I'm going to try and keep up. Like, I had to write this on a sticky note because those are very unique names and they're code names. And code names, nicknames, fake names, whatever you want to call it. Boom. So when I was still trying to figure out what I was gonna do, I was talking to Vanessa. Vanessa and I are not that close. I knew her through another friend who I was closer to, but we were like a trio during breakfast. At some point, our mutual friend and her do fall out, and that's when I stopped being cool with her, but I cannot remember when their fallout was, but it was big, like big. But I met them together, like they were like besties. So I was like bouncing ideas off of Vanessa, and I'm not gonna hold you, I had no intentions of inviting her to my Sweet 16. Her and I weren't friends. Like, we had each other on socials. I never texted her. And there's tea with her from another story time that I took down. I might re-record that. But this junior, and we were not friends, like associates who knew each other, you know. She told me her business. I tried to tell her mine, like my boy drama, but she did not care. She was just like, leave him. And I'm like, oh, but like, just leave him. And then we'd spend like the rest of the class talking about her problems. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it was quite exhausting being her friend because she was just a tad bit selfish with me. I don't want to say that's who she was as a person, because again, I did not full around know her. I know she didn't treat our mutual friend the best either. But again, we were in high school, people grow and change, But I'm just talking about like at that point in time. I would like talk to her, I'd be like, yeah, like, I don't know what I want to do, and she gave me ideas. Not gonna hold you, I don't remember what the specific ideas were, but it was probably like, you know, dinner, party, things like that. Like, we probably talked about it for a few days. Again, no intentions of inviting her. We had another friend who who I honestly didn't know she knew outside of through me, because that was my friend. When I first went to the States, when I first went to Texas, she was the first friend I ever made. Like, seriously. I met her at lunch, cool. She's who at the time what I would have considered a best friend. Because I don't remember if we talked every day, but like, I told her a lot. Ashanti had a boyfriend, just to preface. And I saw that Ashanti was getting closer to Vanessa. I didn't say anything because I was like, it is what it is. If she wants to be cool with her, whatever. Like, it was obvious that they were hanging out, I want to say, outside of school. And honestly, I had never, throughout my whole high school career, hung out with Ashanti outside of school. She never made the plans. I never made the plans. And then after this story time, you'll know why I never made the plans. And yeah, I didn't say anything because I was like, you know what? I can't control her. It is what it is. Boomski. I did forget, but all products will be listed down below, so don't worry. They're gonna be there. Anyways, so I am gonna be doing blue to match my C16 dress because why not? This is what I look like the day of my C16. So now we're moving forward. I have not even gotten to the meat and the potatoes of the story. So I also had a friend named what was her name? Hasani. Now Hasani was a senior. Everyone else are juniors just like me, but I think they had already all turned 16. Yeah, but Hasani was older than us. Hasani I met also my sophomore year. Her and I were not that close. I think one day we did take a fireball shot. That's fireball. At school. I thought I was the baddest thing to walk. Yeah, I thought that one shot would get you drunk. Even at that age, that did not even get me tipsy. All it did was burn my throat and taught me to never ever take that, like drink that whenever I was legal to drink. But yeah, we took that one morning in a bathroom that I had never been to up until that point. But you know, I liked Hasani. Hasani and I were cool, but Hasani and I were associates, not really friends. So she too was not getting invited. Now, you're probably wondering what determined a friend was gonna get invited or not, because this was also a topic of discussion that I had with my family recently. But since it was not a big party and we needed a head count, my mom was not gonna splurge. I was only inviting, you know, my day ones. And Hasani was not a day one, nor was Vanessa, but Ashanti was. Sorry, it was kind of hard. So Ashanti and Hasani were cool, I believe, also because if I am not mistaken, they lived in the same apartments. I lived in the apartments when I met them, but I moved into our house mid-sophomore year. And I used to talk to them, hang out with them on the bus. We had the same bus when I still lived in the apartments. And so yeah, they're like my best friends, but Ashanti and I were actual friends. Hasani and I were just best friends. So once I stopped riding the bus, I stopped seeing her less. I had her on Snap, but again, we were not locked in. She didn't even know what my birthday was. She didn't know what my favorite color was. She couldn't even tell me how many siblings I had and vice versa. Actually, I kind of knew some tea on her. Maybe she considered me a friend, and that's as far as she goes with friends anyways, because she did have quite a rocky background. But again, we barely spoke junior year. Like, we planned that one shot and I don't even think we spoke again. But she was a real one for risking. She took the whole bottle, like the whole bottle to school, and we took a shot in the bathroom. Yeah. It was actually kind of cute. I did also try to invite my family abroad. I say abroad, in freaking New York, Jersey area. I had made like really pretty invitations and sent it out to them. Oh, there's another friend. Dang, there was just so many friends in this story time. But this one, I'm not even gonna take time to like fake it. We're gonna call her Emily. Emily used to be Adanna's best friend. And I did not know this until we were already kicking feet up. And like, I really liked her as a friend. Like, she was very impulsive. She liked piercings. She was funny. Just like she was a friend, not a best friend, not a day one. I kind of spilled tea with her, but it was really more of a friend to do things. I never had a friend like that before. So I was very mesmerized, you can say. But the annoying part and kind of hard part to get away with was she used to be Adanna's best friend. At this point, I would not have considered Adanna and I best friends. We locked in tighter than a booty hole right now. But back then, no. But I still did feel some type of way that I always felt guilty that I was friends with her old best friend, because it's like, like they'd even fall out. They didn't have a fight from my understanding. They just stopped being friends, but it was just very weird, and it never sat right with me. So I kind of always knew the friendship wouldn't last. But she was on the list at least. Like I talked to her every day, and we almost FaceTimed every day. Like I was infatuated with her. So yeah, I feel like this side looks so much thicker than it's supposed to, and it's so irritating. Okay, let's try to buff it out because this is insane. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna have to clean that up. 1 second. I think I had already started saying, but I'm just gonna say it again. I had made pretty invitations and I sent it out to everyone. Those who lived in Jersey and New York, I mailed it to them. And those who I went to school with, I gave it to them by hand. Nobody from Jersey or New York came or said they were coming. Some sent money to make up for their absence, but it just became clear to me that, oh, mind you, my birthday is during Christmas break, so it wasn't even like, oh, who wants to spend money from New York / New Jersey to Houston for a weekend? They could have came and stayed from the day after Christmas till New Year's Eve. Like, it would have been a good 4 days. Like, but whatever. And I had cousins who literally invited a cousin who is 2 cities west from me and didn't invite me on some weird family-ish. And definitely changed the trajectory of our like friendship. Invited her, she went, and then I still invited them. They didn't come for whatever reason. And the following year, that cousin who went, she got invited to my stuff too. And the following year for her sweet 16, or when she was turning 16, she barely invited me. Like, I think her dad barely mentioned it and to my mom. So then that's how I got invited. I literally got invited the night before or the day of. It was, yeah. So, man, birthday parties, bruh. Be careful. Obviously, I gave invitations to Ashanti and Adanna. I did not give invitations to Hasani and Vanessa. And once they realized and find out, it blew up in my face. Ashanti's like, why would you plan your sweet 16 with Vanessa just to not invite her? And in my mind, I'm like, so you must have spoken to her. Now she knows she's not invited. And then when she found that out, she must have been like, oh, she had me planning her birthday with her in like first period. Because I think we had Algebra 2 first period together. So we saw each other first day, like first moment of the day. And I felt bad. I felt like I was caught in something. Maybe that was messy, but why am I going to be martyred for having a conversation? I don't know why she thought she was coming. She's never invited me to her birthday stuff. Like, what are you talking about? And we don't text. We don't communicate on weekends. We don't communicate after school. We never planned to hang out. She didn't talk to me that whole summer. Like, why would I invite her to my birthday? Like, be serious. I was just having a conversation with her. I can't have a conversation no more. I can't help my cousin with the groceries. Oh my gosh. But I feel like, looking back at it, I didn't realize how much of a mean girl I was for doing that. But I still to this day don't feel like I was a mean girl. Maybe it was messy, but the reality was we weren't friends. Now, I did feel bad for not inviting Hasani. Looking back, I realized how messy Ashanti was because she too told Hasani that she wasn't invited. And of course, that blew up in my face. Thank you, Ashanti. Also, since Vanessa found out that she wasn't invited anymore, she stopped talking to me. And that kind of made things weird for me because I think I gave invitations 2 months before my birthday. So invitations came out October and she just wasn't even effing with me before Halloween. Like, from Halloween till graduation, that girl never effed with me again. Mind you, I guess it was a strike 2 with her because we had strike 1, which was not even my fault again, but it came out as messy. And I just guess was labeled as a problematic bleep word, but I digress. So Hasani knows, and I cannot even remember if Hasani lashed out on me because with Vanessa it was just silence. I got the silent treatment. With Hasani, I cannot remember, which is crazy because I felt bad about the Hasani situation. So the way school was very big. Like, my high school was huge. It can literally fix your schedule to the point where you won't see your friends. Like, you have to waste time to find your friend at some point in the school to talk to them if y'all didn't have lunch together or classes together. Like, they will make your classes like opposing, obviously not on purpose, but that's just how it ended up being. It was 3 floors, really, there was an east wing, a west wing. I wouldn't necessarily say north and south because hallways were just mean like this, and then there were like C200s, C100s, A200s. Anyways, so I never used to see Hasani in the hallways. I literally had to find her.
What the hell? Why you look like that? What the hell?
I had to find Hasani, and I was like, oh my gosh, Hasani, I'm so sorry. Like, she was like, why would you do that? Like, I thought we were friends, da 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 da. And it was like a whole thing. Like, I was literally begging for her not to be mad at me. She's now invited. Like, now that was messy. I was like, no, like, you could come. Like, I didn't know that you would care. Like, we don't even speak. Like, please don't be mad at me. Da, 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 da. Like, I just used to be so scared of people leaving me. Still am. And I was just so scared. Like, I didn't want to lose her, even though I never really had her. Like, I need to get my priorities in order and check. So I just felt so bad. I was like, no, please don't be mad. Like, please don't be mad. She was just like, no, you're good. Don't ever talk to me again. Her too cut me off. I never spoke to her. I don't remember if she had removed me from Snap, but she wasn't really a Snap abuser anyways. We never spoke again after that. So again, thank you, Ashanti. Let's also talk about how everyone canceled on me. Everyone had an excuse. Emily, I don't remember her excuse, but she said she couldn't come. I had another friend who said she told her mom last minute, and then it was a whole thing. So she still got me a present, which was makeup, and I really, really appreciate it. And she wrote me the sweetest note, but she couldn't come. But she got me the present and gave it to me afterwards. And then who else didn't come? There's one more person. Oh, my best friend, another best friend who I'm best friend with today, who's not Adanna. She also like didn't come, and it was again because of a mom situation. I was just so butthurt. Like, everybody was texting me that they weren't coming. I think some didn't even text me. Like, I was having to reach out to them, which is kind of pet peeve for me to have to reach out to someone and like follow up with you when, if you're not gonna, mind you, they got physical invitations, they're supposed to RSVP, and we even made shirts. So it was just like a bummer. Like, Adanna was my only high school friend who came through. Everyone else were cousins. By God's grace, I do have a lot of cousins and family friends, so shout out to them. But yeah, because like, even the one who was from Dallas, she took her bus, we picked her up, like, in the state of Texas. Again, everybody from New York, Jersey, yeah, no. So now, let me happy hold me happy. Me happy hold ya, put your arms all around ya. Yeah, I really wanted someone to put their arms around me. Oh, we're not even gonna talk about the fact that I was getting 2-timed by a guy. Like, this was the only time that I guess you could say I was the side piece. Should I even put this in the story time? I feel like the story time is like everywhere. We could talk about, but that's not even a video long enough. I said we weren't gonna talk about boys, so we're not gonna talk about it. Wait, should I like wear the Sweet 16 dress? Can I even still fit it? Let me find out. Hold on. Okay. I'm like OD tight. Like, you don't even understand how tight I am right now. That's crazy. Anyways, so I think I could still fit it. Let me just close the zipper. I think that's it. I didn't have prom, but I at least had sweet 16. Let me tell y'all what Ashanti had done, because obviously I'm holding back. Ashanti was trying to side with Vanessa, and I'm like, girl, are you Vanessa's friend or my friend? So then she gave me an ultimatum. Ashanti doesn't seem to like people who don't got boyfriends or who isn't talking to anybody. That is a prequel information to the next story time that has to do with Ashanti. But for right now, let's finish. So I keep saying so, and part of me is just very upset that I did not use my lights for the video. And I still won't get to the point. Oh my gosh, adios mío. What happened was Vanessa basically gave me an ultimatum. She's like, if you want me to come to your birthday party, you have to invite my boyfriend. And if you can't tell, up until this point, it was only all girls. I didn't have enough guy friends to make it boys and girls. If I had enough guy friends to make it boys and girls, shoot, I would have just thrown a party. But I didn't. I did not. So I was like, what? And she knew I wasn't going to invite her boyfriend. Or maybe she was just testing me. So I was like, no, your boyfriend cannot come. Can you still come? Like, why are you being like this? And she was like, oh, well, if he can't come, then I'm not coming. Mind you, she didn't make it seem like he was her ride. She ain't never had a transportation issue, so I know he wasn't her ride. And even if that was the situation, mind you, what ended up happening for my Sweet 16, which I forgot to tell y'all, we were doing a birthday dinner at my house. My mom got me a pink limo. And the limo was going to take us to Houston. We're going to take pictures near the waterfall in Houston, come back, eat, and then that was it for that day. And then for my cousins who did sleep over and people who wanted to come the next day, there was a sleepover. And then the next day we went to the movies. I want to say we watched Sing 2. I don't really remember what movie. But we watched a movie and we had shirts, like I said. In the back, it was like, oh, I'm the birthday girl. And then I think everyone else's was like, oh, her Sweet 16, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, fast forward, she says she's not coming if I don't invite her boyfriend. I didn't invite her boyfriend. So she didn't come. And the day of my birthday was 2 days after Vanessa's. She hung out with Vanessa and Vanessa's boyfriend. Basically, they did like a double date, posted it, and I just felt horrible. I was just like, I mean, well, I had a party, I had a great time, but I was just like, it's so crazy. Until this day, my mom only liked Adanna for the longest. She was like, that's your only real friend. Like, she's the only one who came through. And Adanna didn't come the next day, but since she lived nearby and she knew she wasn't gonna be able to come, she just stayed the longest that she could. And she's a real one. Adanna, I love her to death. Yeah, everyone just canceled on me. Maybe I got what I deserved. I don't know. Do y'all think I was wrong for not inviting Vanessa? Let me know. And we could all collaboratively agree that Ashanti was in the wrong for giving me the ultimatum. How wrong do y'all think that Ashanti was? Because for the longest, it's only now to tell the story time that I realized how messy she was in this dynamic as well. Anyways, that's the end of the story time. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the makeup, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, or even if you didn't like it, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. How do we feel about it? I'm getting back into my eyeshadow, so I definitely have to take a picture of this. I feel like my base could have been better. That's how I always feel about my base. I did put a little bit of highlight because, you know, around that time, you always used to highlight. I don't know how I feel about the lashes. I mean, the simplicity of it is perfect for this look, but yeah, I really do like the brown into blue. The blue seems to match my dress just fine. Now about the tea. Who do you believe was messier, Ashanti or I? Thank you again for watching my video. I hope you have a great day or a good night. Toodaloo. Why am I just now realizing that I never put on the lights? Oh my gosh. Y'all are gonna be like, why was this video extra dark? Because y'all got bird brains. Oh my gosh, no. Rachel, please. Blah, 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 blah.